Come with me to the Archaeological Museum of the region of Madrid. I started my day off with getting some coffee, and now we're gonna head to the museum. November has to be one of the best times to come visit Madrid. All the trees are changing colors and you're also not overwhelmed with tourism. Here I'm just recording my walk to the museum, and as you can tell, everything looks beautiful. All the trees, I just feel like fall is like the best time you can come see Spain. This is what the museum looks like from the outside. It's one of my favorite museums to visit because it shows you a lot about Madrid's past. It's also super rich in culture throughout all of Spain's history. I started off my tour by visiting the fossil exhibit. Here you can see all kinds of preservations of extinct animals that once lived on the Iberian Peninsula. Over here we have remains of an Ural bull. It actually went extinct due to hunting in the Iberian Peninsula. And then over here we have a model of a Homo heidelbergensis. It's a depiction of an extinct species that dated back to 600,000 years ago. Now over here I'm just taking a better look at everything. One thing I love about this museum is that you will never get tired of it. I feel like every time I've been here I've always discovered something new. Although it's a smaller museum, you will always find something new every time you visit. This piece here is actually from Hispania Roman Empire. It dates back to when Romans had a big control in Spain, which I think is pretty cool. This is also a very beautiful artwork. This museum is also great to visit with kids because they do have a lot of interactive parts to it. Over here I'm just playing with the buttons, but this is actually a monumental landmark in Alcalá. And over here, this is an exhibition on the way they transport things at the time. So there's like this big bowl, and I believe this is a piece of like a wheel, which is pretty cool. So that's everything that I saw on the first floor, so now I'm gonna make my way upstairs. I came across a statue that I thought was really interesting. I like how in the back they show like the original picture of it, and then what's left there is like the remains they had of it. I think it's cool how you can tell like what's there. This is another thing I found interesting. It's basically like this case of jewelry. It shows like high social class, and I thought it was cool like seeing like the woman's earrings and everything. Like, honestly, I would wear those. Now over here I'm just looking at some Roman remains, things they would like keep in their home, such as like kitchen supplies and everything. Over here we have like some bowls. I honestly thought it was kind of crazy how preserved this was, as you can tell by my reaction, but yeah, that's all I have to say. Now over here I'm just showing you some more preservations. I believe this was a burial. Here they show different like fruits and vegetables individuals would eat at the time. And over here are more like kitchen-y, like pottery supplies. There's a lot to see in this museum, and it was actually inaugurated in 1999. This museum echoes the history of Madrid through its remains and past. Some of the remains in this museum dates back to Spain's first settlers. And as you can see, we can also get an idea of how they lived. We get to see the artwork, their kitchen supplies, their means of transportation. This all helps us get an idea of how individuals lived in the past. And whether you're a local, a tourist, traveling with kids, or even a little older, there is something for everyone to find here. Although I've been here a few times, I always find something new or something that grabs my attention. So here I found this little like clothing section. It's really cool that we get to see how people once dressed at the time, like including shoes. Like I would have never guessed it was like that advanced. Something new I also found was this entire exhibit. It was like full of like wildlife remains. It was also completely empty, which I was shocked about, and I'm surprised I have not discovered this before. So yeah, this was my day in the museum, and if you're looking for fun, cheap, and affordable things to do in Madrid, you should definitely check this out. Thanks for watching!